The story begins with a 5-year-old boy who lived with his dad in a laboratory built in the middle of the ocean. His father was a marine biologist, and together they researched great white sharks. The little boy treated the sharks with kindness and even fed them himself. Because of that, his dad started calling him Shark Boy. But one day, a massive storm hit the ocean, destroying their entire lab. Using life rafts, Shark Boy and his dad managed to survive, but the powerful waves separated the two of them, leaving Shark Boy completely alone in the water. A group of sharks soon surrounded him, but one of them recognized him as the boy who fed them, so they took him into their secret shark cave, raised him like their own child, and trained him to become one of them. Over the years, Shark Boy slowly became half shark, gills formed on his body, and a small fin began to grow on his back. Years passed. One summer day, a boy named Max was fishing by the shore, when somehow Shark Boy got caught on his hook. Since Shark Boy had lost his way, Max took him home and treated him like a friend. He even kept him in the bathroom bathtub filled with water. But suddenly, a bright flash filled the room, and a girl appeared. Her name was Lava Girl. She needed Shark Boy's help on planet Drool. Before leaving, she promised Max that one day she would also take him along. Now Max is telling this story at school, but everyone laughs at him. Marissa asks Max if Lava Girl really has powers. Max says yes, she can shoot fireballs from her hands. The teacher asks the whole class to raise their hands if they believe Max's story, but except for Marissa, no one does. Linus tells Max, "I'll believe you only if you bring Shark Boy and Lava Girl right here." Max says he has no idea when they'll return. Linus then makes up his own fake story called Dark Boy, just to embarrass Max. Everyone laughs at him again. After class, their teacher, Mr. Electricide, tells Max and Linus that they should try becoming friends, but neither of them is interested. After school, Max walks home, but Linus stops him. He draws a goofy picture of Shark Boy, just to make fun of him. Max insults his drawing, which makes Linus furious. Linus and his friends chase Max and steal his precious dream journal, a notebook where Max had written all of his dreams and ideas. That night, Max is asleep when he suddenly hears strange sounds. He wakes up and finds wet shark footprints near his bed. He follows them to the kitchen, where he discovers a melted glass of milk and half-eaten cookies. Immediately, he realizes Shark Boy and Lava Girl were there, but they vanished before he could see them. Max's parents walk in, and Max tries telling them about Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but they tell him to stop living in his fantasy world. They insist the two heroes don't exist. Max goes back to his room wishing he could just leave this world and travel to planet Drool instead. He doesn't want to go to school tomorrow because Linus will keep making fun of him for the stories in his dream journal. He wishes there could be a huge storm tomorrow, so he wouldn't have to go to school and could just stay home dreaming forever. With that thought, Max falls asleep and sees visions of himself with Shark Boy and Lava Girl. But the next morning, the weather is completely clear. Max is disappointed. At breakfast, his dad shows him Tobor, the robot Max once tried to fix. "Do you want to try repairing it again?" But Max refuses, reminding his dad that he was the one who said Tobor could never be fixed. On their way out, Max's mom notices burnt patches of grass in the yard and can't understand how they got there. Max quietly wonders if something could happen today that would keep him from going to school. His mom tells him she knows he's been stressed lately and that he needs to start having better dreams if he wants to feel better. Max asks if she dreams about him and his dad. She says she dreams about her family often, but sadly she and Max's dad don't get along anymore, which makes things harder for Max. Max finally heads to school, which is right across the street from his house. Electricide is teaching the students about tornadoes when his daughter Marissa says she had a dream too, just like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. In her dream, there was an ice girl and a dream boy. An ice girl got her powers from a crystal heart. Hearing this, the other students also start creating their own wild stories, but the teacher scolds them for wasting time and tells everyone to focus on their lessons. Max goes to Mr. Electricide to complain about Linus and gets his dream journal back. But when he opens it, he sees that Linus ruined all of his drawings. Max gets furious and begins arguing with him. Suddenly, a tornado appears outside, forcing all the classroom windows open. The teacher tries closing them, but they won't budge. The students panic, and then Shark Boy and Lava Girl arrive. Everyone is stunned. Lava Girl says, "We're looking for Max." All the students point toward him. Just by walking, Lava Girl's heat burns papers around her, and Max becomes nervous. She tells Max, "We need your help." Shark Boy quickly draws a map on the board. Lava Girl explains, "Planet Drool is my home planet, located outside our solar system. To save it from the darkness, we need you." Max refuses to go. Lava Girl asks why. Max says, "Because I don't think you're real. Every time I open my eyes, you disappear." But this time, they don't. The three of them head to the playground where a massive shark ship is parked. They climb inside, press the go button, and the ship blasts off into the sky, heading straight toward planet Drool. Within minutes, they're about to land on planet Doom, but none of them know how to fly the ship. They crash land hard. Lava Girl tells Max, "You're the most powerful one among us. Your dreams created us, and they created this entire world. That's your superpower. Whatever you dream becomes real on planet Drool." But sadly, the planet is falling apart, and they need Max's help to save it. Max asks how they can fix it. Shark Boy explains, on the other side of the planet is the dream lair. Your dreams are turning bad there. If we go fix them, everything will be restored. They continue onward. Max asks, I dreamed Planet Drool was a fun place for kids, so why isn't anyone here? Lava Girl says, Mr. Electric imprisoned everyone. He traps kids on rides and never lets them rest, because dreams weaken his power. If kids start dreaming again, he loses control. They rescue the children stuck in the roller coaster and ride the coaster themselves straight to Mr. Electric. But Mr. Electric becomes furious and throws the three of them into the dream graveyard. He gets a message from his boss, who says the boy with Shark Boy and Lava Girl is a daydreamer. He can dream without sleeping. If he discovers his true power, we're finished. Capture him at any cost. Following orders, Mr. Electric sends his plughounds to hunt Max down. Lava Girl tells Max to remember his dreams, but he can't. He says, I forget half my dreams. That's why I write everything in my dream journal. But unfortunately, the journal is still back on Earth. Inside the graveyard, Max finds his old robot, Tobor. The three sit on Tobor's pieces and ride the train of thought. The train takes them to Milk and Cookies Land, but it's about to crash. They leap off in time and use a giant cookie to travel forward, but two enormous giants appear, towering above them. Shark Boy jumps back in shock. One of the giants grabs the cookie, causing the three kids to fall to the ground. Max smiles and says, I always dreamed of seeing Mom and Dad happy together, and today that dream finally came true. A little later, Max tries to fall asleep, but he just can't. Shark Boy begins singing a soft lullaby, and Max slowly drifts into sleep. In his dream, he sees a shark bike, and instantly the bike appears right in front of them. But Mr. Electric arrives too, with his army of plughounds. The three jump onto the shark bike to escape, but the bike has no fuel. Shark Boy and Lava Girl fight off the hounds, doing everything they can to protect Max. Just in time, Max dreams up a chocolate boat, and it appears out of nowhere. The three hop on board and sail away. Lava Girl tells Max, if you learn to dream with your eyes open, we can do anything, anywhere, anytime. Shark Boy says, we're running out of options. We need to reach the ice castle and get the crystal heart. With it, we can freeze time and save Planet Drool. But he warns Max that the ice castle is ruled by the Ice Princess, the most beautiful girl on the planet. Hearing that, Lava Girl becomes annoyed. She's not beautiful, she's cruel, she snaps. Shark Boy whispers to Max, she's just jealous. Fire and ice never get along. They leave the Milk Sea and begin crossing the ice bridge, but Mr. Electric appears again. Lava Girl becomes furious. Her heat rises so high that the ice bridge starts to melt beneath them. Max and the others run across just in time, but Mr. Electric is already waiting on the other side. Max realizes something. Someone else's dreams exist here too. So he leads them to the dream lair, where they find Linus, who is actually Mr. Electric's boss, the one who spread darkness across the planet. Linus tells Max, I used your dream journal to enter Planet Drool. Now I control everything here. You thought escaping Earth would fix your problems? You don't understand. The problem isn't Earth, it's in your mind. Run anywhere you want. You can't escape your fears. Now I'll finish you and rule Planet Drool. He traps the three heroes inside a cage. Shark Boy and Lava Girl's powers are weak, and they can't break free. Then some strange creatures appear and begin singing loudly. Lava Girl yells for them to sing louder, but Shark Boy covers his ears. High-frequency sounds drive him crazy. His anger rises, and he bites through the metal bars, breaking the cage apart. Free again, the three head to the dream tower, where Linus is asleep. Max quietly grabs his dream journal back. With his dreams restored, he imagines a lava bike, and it appears instantly. Max also tells Shark Boy, your dad is still alive. He's out there searching for you in a submarine. Lava Girl picks up the dream book as well, hoping to learn something about herself, but her fiery hands ignite the pages, and the entire book burns to ash. Heartbroken, she asks Max, why did you dream me this way? Why did you make me destroy everything I touch? Max has no answer. He only created her in his dreams, without thinking of the consequences. Shark Boy cools Lava Girl down. Max says, we don't have any more time. We must go to the Ice Princess and get the crystal heart. It's the only way to save Planet Drool. They travel to the ice cave. Inside the ice tower, they spot the crystal heart glowing at the top. Max warns, don't touch it with your bare hands. You'll freeze instantly. Use your claws. Shark Boy climbs up, but he can't grab it. His fin gets stuck in the ice. Max climbs up himself, wears a glove, and manages to pull the crystal heart free. But the tower begins collapsing. The heart slips from his hand. Lava Girl dives forward and catches it, but she isn't wearing gloves. Her entire body freezes solid. The Ice Guardians awaken and take all three heroes to the throne room of the Ice Princess, who turns out to be Marissa's avatar. Max is surprised and relieved. The Ice Princess asks Max, why did you try to steal the crystal heart? Max explains, to stop Linus. If we freeze time, he won't be able to destroy Planet Drool. The Ice Princess tells Max, only I can use the power of the crystal heart. It's useless to anyone else. Max asks her to come with them, but her father convinces her to stay. She then says, I'll give you the crystal heart, but first, you must prove you're worthy. Find the real crystal heart. The one you took is a fake. She creates dozens of ice towers around them. Max remembers the crystal heart from his dream. He looks at the towers and says, "None of these have the real heart. The crystal heart is around your neck." Hearing this, the Ice Princess smiles and hands the heart to Max. "Remember," she warns, "if anything happens to my heart, my entire kingdom will fall." Max and Shark Boy push frozen Lava Girl all the way back to the Dream Tower. Max tries using the crystal heart, but nothing happens. Suddenly, Lava Girl breaks free from the ice. She explains, "Only the Ice Princess can activate the heart." At that moment, Mr. Electric appears and opens a pathway of water. He taunts Shark Boy, provoking him into a fight. Lava Girl tries stopping him, but Shark Boy charges forward anyway. Mr. Electric releases electric eels into the water. The eels strike Shark Boy, knocking him unconscious and pulling him underwater. Lava Girl dives in and drags him out, but she stayed underwater too long. Her own lungs fill with water, and she collapses, lifeless. Max breaks down in tears, blaming himself for everything. Tobor arrives and gently tells him, "When your dreams fall apart, you must dream better dreams. Dreams not for yourself, but for others." Then Tobor leaves. Soon Shark Boy regains consciousness. Seeing Lava Girl's lifeless body, he is devastated. He carries her to a volcano and throws her into the lava, hoping it will bring her back. Max opens his eyes and dreams with full power. "Lava Girl, you're not ordinary fire. You're not just lava. You are light, the light that destroys darkness." Instantly, Lava Girl bursts back to life, glowing brighter than ever. She unleashes her lava power into the sky, sending waves of light across the planet. Max rushes to Shark Boy and melts the frozen ocean with his dream power. "You go stop Mr. Electric. I'll handle Linus." Shark Boy attacks Mr. Electric, knocking him into the water where a swarm of sharks confront him. The electric villain suffers badly. Max races toward Linus. Linus freezes in shock. Max says, "I've become the one thing you feared the most. I'm a daydreamer, and now I can dream with my eyes wide open." Linus ignores him and unleashes a whole swarm of piranhas, but Max quickly creates multiple bubbles, trapping every single one of them. Max and Linus begin battling, using their imagination. Max stretches Linus's neck like a rubber toy, then inflates him like a balloon. Neither can defeat the other. Max finally says, "Why are you trying to destroy my dreams? We could build a better world together. I don't want us to be enemies." Linus pauses and realizes Max is right. He agrees to help. Suddenly, the bridge collapses beneath him. Linus falls, but Max dives and grabs his hand, pulling him back to safety. Max tells him, "You've been destroying everyone else's dreams, and in doing so, you've destroyed your own. Hurting others never helps you." Linus understands and chooses to become better. Lava Girl and Shark Boy return, smiling. Everything is finally back to normal. Lava Girl kisses Shark Boy. Linus says, "You two can return to Earth now. Shark Boy, you can find your dad. Lava Girl, you'll control Earth's lava world." But suddenly, Mr. Electric appears again. Linus tells him, "You should become the electrician planet Drool truly needs." But Mr. Electric refuses and runs away. Linus tells Max, "Mr. Electric is heading to Earth. He wants to destroy you inside your own dream." He asks, "Wait, is all of this just a dream?" Lava Girl nods. "You're right, this is all a dream. A dream you're seeing with your eyes open. To wake up, you just need to close and open your eyes 3 times. Max does it. And suddenly he's back in his classroom, right where the tornado was tearing the school apart. Mr. Electric begins evacuating the students, but then Mr. Electric himself appears in the real world, wearing the form of their teacher. Everyone is stunned. Max explains everything he saw in his dream, and for the first time, Mr. Electric realizes Max was telling the truth all along. Max's parents arrive to get him, but the tornado is too strong. Max's mom gets pulled toward the storm. His dad grabs her hand, and for a moment, they both realize how much they still love each other. But her hand slips. She gets swept toward the tornado, until Lava Girl appears and saves her. "I'm never leaving you again." Meanwhile, Mr. Electric tells the students, "We have to stop Mr. Electric, or he'll destroy our entire school. He could even kill us." Max shows Marissa the crystal heart. She gasps, "I've seen this heart in my dreams. How is it here with you? With this, I can even freeze time." Max smiles and places the heart around her neck. Marissa channels her ice powers and freezes Mr. Electric solid, shattering him into icy fragments. The moment he's gone, everything becomes peaceful again, and snow begins to fall from the sky. The students cheer and start playing in the snowfall. Just then, Shark Boy and Lava Girl arrive with Max's parents. Max finally gets the family he dreamed of, together, happy and safe. He even manages to repair Tobor, his old robot friend. Shark Boy becomes the king of the ocean, searching the deep seas for his father. Far beneath the waves, Lava Girl becomes the queen of Earth's volcanoes, guiding their fire with wisdom and power. And together, Shark Boy and Lava Girl live happily, side by side, guardians of their worlds. Your dreams only grow when you share them with others. And just like him, we all have the power to turn darkness into light. If this story inspired you, don't forget to share it and subscribe for more adventures.